Good afternoon. This is Tony Chernowski, manager of the Practical Investor LLC. Today is November the 19th, 2009. This video is meant for instruction and entertainment purposes only. This is not a solicitation to buy or sell any security. A purchase or a sale of a security may result in a loss of principal. Please consult with an expert advisor who may explain the risks of any investment that you may consider. You cannot invest directly in an index. Well, good afternoon, and I would just like to point out to you that the market is sending out some warning flares here. I want to be very succinct and just say that I've got several charts that I'm going to go through with you, and I hope you will bear with me. Please set aside any kind of emotional attachment that you have to whatever you're doing right now, and just take a look at these things objectively, because it could be a very important outcome for you and for your money. So let's just proceed right now with the charts, and I'd like to just go through what the warnings are and where we're at right now. The first warning comes from the T-bills, the 3-month Treasury bills, and we have the T-bill rate suddenly plummeting in the last few days. We are now lower in the T-bill rate than we were at the Lehman collapse, which was back in September of 2008. Now, T-bill rates were a bit lower than this still back in December of 2008. However, they recovered a bit and pretty much stayed steady, although with a slight decline starting sometime in September. This month is a real plunge here, though, and I just want to make that clear. Moving on, we're looking at the volatility index, and you might say, well, what's wrong with that? Volatility seems to be going down. Yes, but the pattern here is an expanding triangle pattern. It's a megaphone, otherwise known as a broadening top or a broadening bottom. In this case, you can guess it's a broadening bottom. What we are seeing here is a market that's going crazy. It's going haywire. And these megaphone formations are very emotional, and this is one of the reasons why I need you to step aside for a minute, especially if you're long, and take a look at this, because there's very plain language here. Once this megaphone goes above 3184 on the VIX, we're in bullish territory for volatility, unfortunately bearish territory for the market. So having warned you, I'm going to just move on to our next couple of slides. The next one is the Dow Jones Industrials. Now, I have to admit, I've been telling people, warning people about this market for quite some time. So let's get into an explanation of what we see here. What we have in the blue megaphone formation, again, it's an expanding top or broadening top formation, is a parent fractal. This parent fractal literally had its orthodox ending back in August. In other words, starting in September, we should have seen what might have been an orderly decline into the seasonal bottom, which is due right now. So this could have given us an orderly decline, given people time to move out of the market and so on. Instead, we had the Federal Reserve coming in, pumping money, giving it to banks. The banks, instead of lending it to us, turned around and invested it in the market. So guess what? We now have, unfortunately, what might be a pump and dump scheme, because the ending here is not looking very good. We have a very short period of time in which the market could collapse all the way down on the Dow to 7750 or below. This is where the seasonal low should be. So I'm just want to make this real clear. This is not child's play here. This is serious business. Finally, we've got the NASDAQ, and we also have two expanding triangles here, a parent and a child. The child expanding triangle in red, again, not only expanded vertically, but also expanded horizontally. In other words, it helped to, it was a way for the market to lengthen another 3 months onto it, again, where we should have seen the end of the market probably in late August or late September. So again, there's no chance for an orderly decline here. What we have is something very akin to a straight down type of performance in the NASDAQ as well. Right now, we've got a couple of targets. The very first target is the July low at 1394, but we also have other deeper targets than that, which I won't get into at this time. One other thing about false signals, you probably remember I did a video on the head and shoulders pattern back in June and July on the Dow and the S&P. It blew up. Instead of the market going down, it rallied starting in mid-July and took off for the rest of the up till now, for the rest of the year. Right now, we're at another point here where the seasonal low in the market is overdue. Usually the seasonal low comes in sometime around mid-October and can extend into late November and early December. So we are in a period here for a seasonal low in the market, and it might be a surprising one. So I want to just say that you are warned, and want to be clear. This market is growing in volatility. It's becoming a bit more dangerous. And so, yes, I've given videos before warning people about the possibility of a market crash. I did that in mid-October. I did it for good reason, because we were, again, at the period where the market could have pivoted down, and especially pivoting right in the middle of options expiration. By the way, this week is options expiration. That's going to add some more volatility to the market, especially if we open to the downside on Friday. So by all means, please do the right thing by yourself and consider looking at my newsletter. I will offer you a free copy of one, my most recent letter, but there is a special offer, $50 will get you through the middle of January with my daily newsletter. And it's quite a bargain right now, especially considering where the market is. So you can reach me at Tony C. at thepracticalinvestor.com, or you can go to my website, thepracticalinvestor.com, click under Company, and you'll see other services. But please contact me, and I will do what I can to fulfill your wishes. So a free copy of my latest newsletter, and please consider subscribing. Let's hope that the holiday season isn't too disrupted by this, but I intend to have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas, and I hope you too. So by all means, take the time to be with your family and enjoy it, and please do the right thing. Bye-bye.